Well, hello there everybody, and welcome to another part in our Imjin War Let's Play. We're of course playing as the mighty Koreans fighting the Japanese invasion of our lands. And this is not going to be an easy fight, but we are the ones to actually initiate it. So here we go, guys. We are going to be moving our Joseon Gibyeong up. And one thing that we have to keep in mind is that not all of our units are going to be able to attack this turn, or really any turn, as it stands. And one thing I want to do, I want to get this general over here. I don't want him to be worried. Now, I was going to charge these guys, but it looks like we actually have a better chance of a draw than we do at a victory. That being said, I'm going to take the other option and just fire on them with some arrows. And I'm hoping this is going to be enough to do some serious damage to them. If not, we're going to have to just work these guys down. We're going to have to whittle them down little by little. So let's see. Got to get a shot. Oh! I know I'm going to take hits anytime I move closer to the enemy here, but it's the only way we're going to be able to fire our missiles as well. Move the rest of our Joseon Gibyeong up. We also have some spear units, which I desperately want to get into battle. And once they can engage with these matchlock Ashigaro, the Teppo Ashigaro, which is exactly the same thing, then I'll feel a little bit safer. Alright, we see a general right in front of us. No reason we can't crush him, and then actually we could charge this general. When you show your flank to me like that, there's no way I'm going to give up a charge possibility, so let's proceed with the charge. I could fire again. I'm going to charge. This is a bit of a crazy charge. We're getting into the enemy's safe space, I guess you could call it, but we're going to do it anyway. And Teppo Ashigaro, once again, not able to do too much damage to these guys. Damn. Taking some heavy fragmented shots over here. And all I can really do is try to do some damage to this unit from afar. I think I'm going to have to charge him, even though the win chance is really low. At this point, the best thing I could do is retreat. So I guess I'll retreat. I hate retreating, though, I must say. Alright, we've got these guys over here. One of them is not able to charge, and it looks like none of us are able to charge this unit or even open fire on him. That's not very helpful. Oh, that's right. We moved these guys already. I was worried there for a second. Now, this guy we haven't moved, and we'll be attacking very soon with him. As for our spearman units, he is moved as well, but this guy has not, this Joseon Gibyeong unit. Let's see. So far, we're not getting very good odds with our charge. You guys notice that? It's a bit annoying. Going to move the rest of the spearmen up, sort of our central attacking force here in the Imjin River. Show your strength, men! And the biggest concern for me are those Teppo Ashigaro on the side. I mean, the enemy outnumbers us anyway. You know, you can definitely tell here in the center they absolutely outnumber us with samurai. But if we could wipe out those Teppo Ashigaro, I feel like we could converge on the center and crush the samurai. So I really want to waste those guys, but it's easier said than done. Alright. Oh, they disrupted us. I'm going to attack just because of the draw. We're going to have to take some risks here. And if we get stuck into a fight with them, you know what? Great. We're going to do the same with the spearman unit once again. The odds are not in our favor, but I don't want him just charging into me. That seems way too simple for him. Do here, 13%. We actually have a higher chance of winning over here. But we're definitely going to have to charge these spear units a little more than expected. Alright guys, let's end our turn. Let's hope that our missile damage can actually do enough damage to the enemy here to secure us a victory. In the meantime, I'm going to be pulling in the rest of these generals and spearmen, and these are the guys we're going to have to use to finish off the enemy in the woods here, if that's even a possibility. Let's end the turn. To Japan! Alright, our shots are all missing. That's not good. And like I said, the cover that these guys have in the woods is very, very good. and we might not be able to penetrate those trees. It might be time to actually charge in with some spearmen. Alright, the Joseon Gibyong were absolutely disrupted there. There we go, now we got some nice shots going. Sadly, one of our Joseon Gibyong units absolutely retreated, and now I just want to get these damn Joseon Gibyong that are on foot to attack the enemy. Nice, keep up the fire, boys. Just worried about a lot of these spear charges, but all we can really do is just keep pulling back, firing our arrows, and pulling back again. Fire! Alright, here's where we could actually get some decent shots off. Not what I expected, but I'll take it. And actually the 11 right there in the center, and that's more like what we want to get. Of course, now we're going in the melee phase. If we're in any melee fights, we're definitely in some trouble. It looks like we fragmented one of our units. And at this point, it is our turn, guys. So we definitely have the opportunity to turn things around. You see what I did there? The worst pun ever. So we're going to go ahead. We have a later Ashigaru unit. I'm going to move our general unit over here. I'm going to start opening fire on that later Ashigaru unit. And I might actually consider charging these guys. I mean, I don't think staying here is going to do us any good. The chances of a loss are 20%. The chance of a draw is 79%. I'm going to hope that it's a draw and do a flank attack here. I feel like the Teppo Ashigaru should be easy to break through. I might be wrong. And once again, these guys can't seem to do a lot of damage to them. So we'll just go ahead and keep firing. In the meantime, I'm going to be bringing these spearmen forward. Okay, we could definitely attack next turn with the spearmen, I feel like. No win chance there, especially not now that the enemy's turned towards us. Actually, here, we stand a pretty good chance of getting a decent hit. We might do that again. We're going to have to take a lot of risks here, unfortunately, guys. Oh, yeah. So not all these spearmen are going to be in perfect shape or perfect order, really. But we've got to deal with them. And actually, we might be able to hit this guy in the flank. Chance of a loss is too high, so I'm just going to fire some arrows at him. Fire! We'll let him attack us. At this point, like you guys can see, I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can before they get here, because I know they're going to be getting here very soon. I'd love to charge into this this allied general unit, but I feel like we're just going to get stuck in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull back, and of course that's going to allow me to fire next turn. Might not be able to fire this turn, but that's all right. What about here? No. All right, we'll go for this, just because the actual chance of a win was 24%. Sadly, it didn't play out, but that's the kind of chance of a win you want to take. Same here, 40% chance of a victory. Come on, guys. That was actually a decent attack, and if we could keep doing that, we could definitely beat the enemy. Of course, it's going to require a lot of hit-and-run tactics here to beat the enemy. That I can already tell. Fire! See what's going on over here. I feel like we're going to have to hit this guy. Alright, let's at least open fire on him and see if we can greatly diminish his morale with some missile fire. But it seems like he's hanging out till the end, guys. He doesn't want to give up. And I'm actually going to move this guy in front, just so that I can move this spear unit up. In fact, I want to move this general unit up more importantly. We turn towards him. Open fire. We're going to bring this next general up. Or actually, sorry, this is just a mixed Gibyong unit. And I really want to do some serious damage to the enemy here. This is going to hurt us probably a lot more than it's going to hurt them initially, but if we can keep this up and keep moving forward, there is a very good chance that we could turn this battle around. Right now, we're just basically pulling back from their main force, firing some missiles, and hoping that they don't continue to attack. That seems to be our main goal, or I should say our main tactic right now, is basically sort of a Mongol tactic. Fire, retreat, etc. We need to stop letting the enemy get so close. In fact, they're getting a little too close for my liking. And I'm going to go ahead and end the turn and see what they do. Let's hope that it's not anything dramatic. And I hope that we get some decent missile shots here. Damn, broke our unit already with some matchlock fire. I mean, we are not used to matchlock fire. Remember, guys, the Japanese are the only ones with matchlocks. Us Koreans, we don't have any. The best thing we have is a nice bow. And we do have some pretty nice bows, I'll be honest, but it's not going to stop a matchlock. Alright, alright. At least they're still in a fight. Okay, there they totally broke us, and we were trying to flank them with that unit. It did not work out very well. Those matchlocks do so much damage in comparison to our bows. It's amazing. So taking out those Teppo Ashigaru, I think, is the key. Without the Teppo Ashigaru, we can continue our tactics of evading and firing all, throughout the battle and win, because the enemy's never going to catch up with us. But with those Teppo Ashigaru, they're doing dramatic damage to our units. 20 horsemen shot in one turn? I mean, that's amazing. We're getting 4 or 5. Obviously, altogether added up, it's probably 20 or 30, but that's because we're firing at these guys with 6 or 7 different units. Excuse me. Ugh. I choked. I hate when you do that. That is the worst feeling in the world, choking on your spit. Oh. It's like my men are choking on my tactics. It's not good. Alright, there we go. There's some nice shots. Not bad, not bad. What about melee? Ugh. Wow, our guys are already fragmented. Okay, guys, it is our turn. Just done turn, of course. What I'm really curious about is whether or not we can get into combat finally with these guys, and we can. We're going to be charging with General Yi Yang 1, and he is going to certainly bring some devastation to the enemy army here. At least that's what I hope he can do. Let's get this general over here. Start making sure that the enemy knows that we are now in the woods with them. And I'm going to be moving this guy up. I don't care how long it takes. He is going to have to start attacking the enemy. So, once again, in fact, we could have probably attacked this guy, but I know better, and I think that right now the priority is going to be those troops in the woods. I'm also going to go ahead and hit the enemy here, the later Ashigaru, downhill with an attack, and as you can see, we disrupted him. That downhill attack is very effective, but as you guys can see here, one weird thing about the Korean cavalry units, I guess you could say, is, I don't know if you guys have noticed, whenever they attack, they seem to retreat, even when they have the advantage, and that's not good. So we have to hope that they stop doing that fairly soon here. Alright guys, we're going to get out of here. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. If you are, make sure to hit that like button down below. Support this video as best you can. And of course, glory to Korea. Let's go ahead and get a few more shots off. What do you say? For good luck! Hoorah! And actually, could also charge, but I don't think that would be such a good idea. Let's move forward. Open fire. Move this guy in, the general. And open fire, and now we're prepared to fight you guys man to man. I mean, they are Yari samurai. They're pretty well trained, so we should probably try to cut them down first. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and part 3 shall be up very soon.